Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast, a 30-minute mini version of the In Wheel Time car show that airs live every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central. Welcome to the In Wheel Time car talk show. Just ahead, Mr. Mars reviews the Infiniti QX55.
Sweet.
Well, I was talking to him about that. I didn't know there was a QX55. Conrad, I thought it was a typo. Conrad has the events calendar, and later we talk to Mike Wilson with the Conroe Cruisers Car Club. Plus, we'll have a look at the stories making automotive news headlines this week. Howdy, along with Mike Out of This World Mars, King Conrad DeLong. We need more Jeff Zekin,
yes, sir.
Always. I'm Don Armstrong. Glad you could join us on this Saturday. It's our live show from 8 until 11 every Saturday, and then we bust up the live show and put it into podcast form throughout the week, and we post one podcast every 6 days, the seventh day being
30-minute podcast.
30-minute podcast. So if you miss part of the show, then you can get it on a podcast.
And the good way to know that is if you subscribe, you'll get notified.
There you go.
Absolutely.
All right. Mr. Mars?
Yes, sir.
We have Autorama coming up. You got all your ducks in a row for that?
Almost.
By the way,
Quack, quack.
I think that when we left the car show last year, I said to you, Mars, we really need to bring a mop next time, because those pads that we cobbled together to go underneath our display have gotten dirty over the years.
Yes. Bringing a Swiffer. A Swiffer sweeper.
A wet Swiffer?
Well, it's got the spray bottle.
That's a wet Swiffer.
Well, no, you can buy wet pads that go on there that are soaking wet.
Well, Don has wet pads.
Well, yeah, but I'm not.
Oh, boy.
But
Oh, no.
These are smaller.
Well, they're just little blocks, aren't they? Little squares? Can't you, like, power
They're not,
wash them? Or?
what are they?
They're kind of a
3 by
rubber
3 or what are they?
Yeah,
you
didn't
could, like, not
didn't
quite
you get
3
them
by
on
3,
discount from a Montessori that closed or something?
No, we got them. Where did we get those? Anyway, we got them.
Well, if Stan comes through, which I think that he will, I think that he's going to bring the, what is it, a 38 Buick? Well,
30, I think
Is he
it's
bringing
38.
that to Autorama?
Well, that's what we've asked, and he said, "Sure, whatever we want." But you know, I exchanged text with him, but he's out in Pomona racing,
Yeah.
and so it was a little bit difficult for him, I think, to spare the time to get on the phone with him.
Maybe bring his race car. That'd be cool.
Well, we could do that too. Whatever. He's got enough cars. He says, "What car you want?" I don't know. But the one that my daughter and her now husband went off from their wedding in.
Aaron?
It was a stunningly beautiful Buick. I don't know if you ever
Yeah,
saw
I've seen it. I've seen
Yeah.
it.
You've seen it? And it came
Bit
out
of a gangster car.
Yep. And it came out of a museum. And it is that kind of a restoration. This thing looks better than when it came out of the showroom.
With the mohair interior.
butter.
Yeah, it
Like
is
butter.
truly stunningly beautiful.
Or if he's got a station wagon, we'll take that, too.
They're not a problem. It will be shoved down in the corner. We may have to all sit side by side on this table as opposed to that one.
We could do it from the back of the station wagon.
We could.
That's what I thought.
Don Armstrong could crawl in the back of the station wagon, and I'll just
Put
use a
Jeff
hand.
on the luggage roof.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'd love that. Yeah, that'd be great. What do you think?
Yeah.
Are you good with that?
I'm in.
You're not even
I'm
going
in
to be there.
California. It doesn't
You're
matter
gonna
to
be
me.
there.
So what possessed you to go out to California during the most?
It's Thanksgiving
I know,
with
but
my
you
family.
typically don't do that.
No, usually we'd stay here, but this
Yeah.
year we're
Last year
going
they were
there.
here.
What do you have planned out there besides Thanksgiving
Little
dinner?
vino? Got a little vino
Oh yeah,
going
we'll
on?
always stomp some grapes out there.
Oh, yeah.
I can see you and
might make
stomping grapes.
might make a trip to Yosemite.
Is it going to be kind of like the I Love Lucy grape stomping episode?
Absolutely.
With you in it?
You wouldn't happen to be maybe stopping by the Pelosi's when you're out there?
No, they're up in Napa.
Because you can get hammered there.
He said that.
He
Just
did.
saying.
So
He did.
you know, they said that
thought it was pretty good.
he got his skull bashed, and it broke his skull. I guess. What is there a dent up there now?
don't
I still think Nancy paid the guy to do it.
You think so?
Oh yeah,
He had to have his skull bashed before he married her in order to do that. I mean, in my opinion.
different story.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll
for
be.
another day.
We'll be. I think Austin's coming down, so it'll be the four of us as a family.
So where are you
plus
actually going?
Austin's
What part of
fiancé.
California?
Fresno.
Fresno.
Oh, so you're not going to the wine country?
No. Well, there's wine wineries.
You're not
going to
go to Napa.
No, we're not
There's
going to
wine
Napa or
everywhere out
Sonoma
there.
or anything.
Well, you've probably been to Napa hundreds of times.
Well, we've been to
Yeah.
Napa quite a few times.
And didn't your
Napa's,
daughter work for a company
She
that
was
was
general
up in that area?
manager of Ironstone Vineyards.
Yeah, there you go.
Up there in Murphy's, California. And they're a pretty big bottler for lots of other people as well.
I don't know. What are you doing down there?
I've lost
Mars?
my power.
Lost power.
Well, that's your that.
No, you're good down here, sir.
Well, that's okay. While you guys futz with that, you know we have such high-tech
down.
equipment here.
Something had to go.
If it weren't, is that the cord?
Yes.
Well, the dog has chewed on it.
No.
No, she's smarter than that.
Okay. Well, I'll let you guys mess with that, but I need to have a conversation with.
Let's have a conversation.
Well, good. So let them worry about that. Let's have a conversation. Go ahead. Start.
Well, let's talk about going to the Pelosi's. Getting
Let's not
hammered
talk
on
about
it.
the Pelosi's. I don't give a damn about the Pelosi's.
Okay,
Mike, you're
so,
good.
So the question becomes, my car review.
What about it?
I'm stalling.
Well,
trying to
we're
figure
not
out
we're
how to
not
make it
we're
better.
not
Right
going to
there.
do the car review
we
until
got-
20 after.
I understand, but we got somebody coming in, and this computer takes a long time to get hooked up. And once it
Oh, you want to
does-
do the car review first, is what you're saying?
No, I'm just stalling.
You got
Well, I'll tell you what.
bucos of juice.
One of us has to leave to figure out where the power problem is, and so which one is it going to be? Is it going to be Conrad, Jeff, or me to get your power back on your computer?
Well,
Did
I was
you pay
hoping
the
that
bill,
Jeff
Mike?
could do it,
Well, we're all.
but it
Everything's.
seems like it's taking more and more people to see.
My
How many
God.
people to see take
Well,
to
I
see
mean,
if we're
it-
plugged
it
in?
has
You want to go to
disconnected.
commercial break?
It
We'll
has
do this.
disconnected, Jeff. There is
We're-
no wire on
all
the
right.
other side of that black box.
Well, just a moment. Let me get, and don't get any smart-ass ideas because I'm
right,
getting
let me see
down
it.
on my knees
Let me see
underneath
it.
the table.
Well,
okay?
we
I get it,
while
Doc.
you're on your knees,
Shut up.
We'll talk about
Hell, I can't even
December,
get down there.
December 4th and the Ferrari Festival. For all the Ferrari fans,
Yeah, all those Ferrari people that are watching us.
they're coming out to support the Texas Children's Cancer Center.
Oh, my God. Well, it's come unplugged down here.
And well, probably Susie's kind of run
Well,
over.
Yeah, I think so.
And there's gonna be a $5 donation to
Hold that.
enter just
Hold
to
it.
see the vehicles, and a $20 donation to enter your car. But 100% of the proceeds are going directly to the Texas Children's Cancer and Hematology Centers, and a well-worthy cause. And I'll be honest with you, in Houston, there is a huge collection
What are
of
y'all doing
Ferraris.
down there?
Shut up.
Sunday, December 4th, in the River
That's
Oaks
not it, Don.
District, again benefiting the Texas Children's Cancer Center, supported by Ferrari of Houston, Jewelers of River Oaks, Zeus and Lending,
Zeus.
and Private Client Services Champagne.
That's not it.
Madame Zero. I'm not real sure who that is, but that's an interesting.
Madame
name.
Zero.
Madame Zero.
Don't you have to pay extra for that at the corner?
Yeah, but all of the proceeds
It's the
go
one
to
in the red
Children's
light district.
Hematology, Cancer and Hematology.
All right, as long as the money's going to a good cause.
That's not it.
But
That's
Houston's
not
got
it.
a great collection of truly unique and collectible Ferraris, and I know that all of them will be there. Not just the
this one?
new stuff,
What's this one?
but some of the
Found
older
it.
stuff. Some of the older stuff will be there as well.
Don't touch it.
And the older stuff, like an F40, I know Grady's going to bring his F40
Wait.
out.
Do this.
Blow on it.
Do it up here.
You know, there's
you go.
there's
Yeah, it
a
feels,
collection
feels
of
a lot better
Lamborghinis.
there.
I know it. Was it good for
Pay,
you?
pay no attention to the two men under the table.
Was it good
did
for
you
you?
plug it in?
Yeah.
You should have power now, Mike.
I need a cigarette.
Fire in the hole. We got it. No, wait. It went away. You got
Well,
to
you
plug
got-
in good?
Real good.
I'm feeling it.
Yeah, here it is. We're good. We're good. We're good.
Do I have to hold it?
Friends, I wish that you could
For Don,
see
yes.
underneath this table is a. Let me put it this way. I worked with a guy by the name of O.B. Johnson.
It looks like the garbage dump at Buca de Beppo with all the spaghetti thrown on the floor.
Well, it's not quite like that. This is more of a wiring issue. And this man was in charge of a radio station. So you can imagine the number of wires. You would open up the computer flooring, and you'd look under there, and it'd be one of these things. Well, where does that wire go? Well, I don't know. Nothing was
Wiggle
labeled.
it.
Nothing was bundled. No, nothing. You're probably familiar with that in some of those mechanical rooms where all of your telephone crap came in. Yeah.
Seen it?
Well, that's why we just pull on the wire, and you look for it on that end to see what moves.
The only problem
only to
is-
figure out the power plug was disconnected.
If it
from
jiggles,
Is that
it's off.
Is that, as you know, when you have a laptop computer, it has two plugs. One goes into the transformer, and the other one goes into the wall. The transformer is kind of like your connection point. Well, guess what? The wire fell out of the transformer. Try to find the end of it underneath this spaghetti thing here.
It was a challenge.
Yeah.
Guess whose fault it is?
Mike's.
Don's.
I'm not over there. You two are over there.
Yeah. Who wired this up?
I only laid out the initial wiring.
Okay.
Well, wait
we
just
go.
Y'all
wait,
keep- y'all
wait
keep
just
messing with it.
wait just a minute. I want to show you something.
No.
No, don't be messing with it.
No, you got to
You'll
look at the other
disconnect
side.
something.
Everything's
No,
gonna
don't pull
come
that.
apart.
Oh no!
Shut up.
If we go off the air, it's your fault.
This is part of what's down there. Can you see that? What is this? What is this?
Those
Those
are the
are
old video
HDMI
cameras.
cables.
Uh-oh, here comes
They are-
Suze. Suze is walking through.
Here's
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
You got some wires, baby.
She's going to disconnect them.
There you go.
Or
So
chew on
that's
them.
what we have to deal with
Easy.
here. So I just thought that
So
we'd
when we
get
redo
sidetracked
the
a little bit.
studio, we'll take out all that old wiring that's not being used anymore because we've changed
Don't.
it out.
George, you're right. This portion of In Wheel Time brought to you by the Three Stooges.
I'm glad I'm not in that. Suze, you have to go that way. Go
Hey,
that
I
way.
want to give a shout out to all of George Skelton's family because all of them are in the military. Happy Veterans Day. Thank them all for their service.
Absolutely.
And thank everybody else for your service for Veterans Day as well. We really appreciate you defending the freedom of our country.
I
putting your
love
lives on the line.
Hemmings Motor News. Okay, and they've got a great online presence on there. Well, a couple of weeks ago, they had this thing called Sold Cars Roundup. And I thought it would be interesting to go through some of these. So people put their, generally speaking, classic cars, older cars, collectible cars, some not so much. And I'd like to, these were all sold, okay, on Hemmings.
Are we going to guess the price?
Here is a 1996 Chevrolet 2500 LT Suburban. Okay?
96.
Sold for $10,500. It's a driver, but it's a 3/4 ton. Do they still make Suburban 3/4 tons? I don't think they do.
so.
No.
How about this one? The 63 Chevrolet Corvette Stingray Coupe with its original 327 and 3-speed transmission.
3-speed. Actually, that's a little rare.
15 grand.
50, 55, 60.
$131,250.
It's a little more rare than what you thought.
Here's one. This is for you, Jeff. A customized 1967 Chevy Chevelle 300 sold for $21,000.
That's more Kathy style. Kathy
here,
had a
my
Malibu.
old car, my 1977 Chevrolet Corvette. Now, I don't know all the details. I don't mean miles it's got on it, all that.
It's a 77 Corvette.
$8,324.
They got a lot of money for that.
Yeah, for no horsepower. Two-owner, 1988 Cadillac Sedan DeVille with less than 27,000 miles. How
88.
much did it go for?
$6 grand.
5 grand.
$8,000.
Okay.
They got all the
Would
money
you
for
buy
that.
it?
No.
You
Not
wouldn't?
an 88.
Why not?
No. I'd do
Because probably
78.
every hose is rotted off of it, and it's an 88.
78
It's an
Eldo
early,
Brits.
it's an 88.
Convertible. White with blood red interior.
It's an early North Star car.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oof.
Stop.
How
me.
about a 1998 Ford Mustang Cobra convertible from a 20-year owner? How much?
35, 40.
convertible.
$10,500.
Oh, that's a steal. That's a good price.
Yeah, but what
For
year
a
was
true
it?
for a true Cobra?
1998.
Yeah, but that was isn't that where you get the Mustang too? Wasn't that a
No.
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 Here's the picture of it. You can
And
look
you
at
know,
it.
Mecum's going on right now in Vegas. I watched a little bit of that yesterday.
Here is one that I thought, now I'm not a Ford guy, okay? But a 1963 Ford Galaxy 500 XL convertible.
Oh, man.
Convertible. Beautiful car.
$9 grand.
Huge.
9 grand.
No, not quite. $27,000. But it was beautiful.
You left off The 71 Oldsmobile 442
did that on
with a
purpose.
period correct 455 that sold for $42,000.
He left
Would
it
you
off.
would you pay $42,000
too much
for
money.
it?
No.
How much did you pay for yours?
20.
There you
20
go.
bucks. There you
You're
go.
halfway there.
It's about what I paid for mine. Restored 1943 Willys. It's actually pronounced Willis. Willis
What you talking about?
military Jeep, 1943 restored. How much?
They probably stole it from the Army,
Probably.
shipped it home
A
piece
piece
by
at a
piece.
time.
But it-
yeah.
Radar
Radar
did that.
O'Reilly.
22.
And I have to tell you that it's got that weird looking top on it. Of course, they were kind of weird looking, to begin with. It's sold for fully restored now, $29,925.
Wow.
Close. 22.
$30,000 for an old
Probably
Jeep.
cost $1,000.
There's no
to
market
build
for them.
back
Nobody
in the
wants them
day.
anymore.
Can't buy any parts
Yeah.
for them. This is for you, Jeff, the 1998 Mazda B3000 4x4, which is basically the Ford Ranger, $8,000.
Wow, that's
That's
too
a
much
lot of
money.
money.
Yeah, that's way over.
Or here's one for you, Conrad. An ex-University of Notre Dame, 1958, Peter Pierce 85-foot aerial ladder truck. It's a fire truck. How much?
30.
10.
$17,693. How are you going to get it back here, though? You're going to have to get
slowly.
slowly.
A lot of gas.
Yeah, lots of gas, if it's even that.
Or
It may
diesel,
be
You have to
different.
put it on a low boy to bring it back.
This is the one that I had for you. Okay, forget that one. Personal Luxury Plus Performance, 1966 Oldsmobile Starfire.
Oh, cool car.
Yeah.
How much?
66.
$15,750, and it looks good. There it is.
Yeah, let's see that
They
one.
they had some beautiful stainless steel trim on them. They were just.
When
a
did they
good-looking
stop
car.
using stainless steel?
Oh, I'd say probably
75.
Yeah, maybe even a little earlier than that.
Wasn't this the basis of the vehicle that we saw, the Barretts, George Barrett's that we had the gentleman on?
No, that was a Tornado.
Okay. Because it's very similar.
This is for you, Jeffrey.
Okay.
A 1965 AMC Rambler American 330 station wagon.
That's it. That's a tearjerker there.
36 years owned.
Yeah.
So one guy's owned the car for 36 years.
10 grand.
$8,000. That, sir, is your next collector car.
Yeah.
There you go. Keep
Thank
that.
Jeff and the Rambler.
How about this one? This one really surprised me. A 1963 Buick Riviera.
Okay.
What would you? Now that's the first year of production. 1963 Buick Riviera.
100 grand.
Probably a 401 nailhead. I'd say 2022.
$11,528.
Spent too much money on that one.
And finally, a recently refreshed 1996 Ford F-150 XL pickup truck. How much?
What year?
A 1996.
Trucks are insane as far as their retained value. 15.
Sold price
Nine.
$6,800.
Thinking
Now,
$9,000.
I don't know where these cars are. They're all over the United States. And it could be a rust bucket. It looks pretty good. Doesn't look like a rust bucket. But who's to say? So I got to fly there if you think that that's what you want.
And drive it home.
And drive it home.
Or ship it.
And those are through what? Carvana, you said?
No. This is Hemmings. No, there's no Carvana other than a jail. That's the only place.
Okay.
You got it? Time now for this hour's car review. It's Mr. Marr's turn. He's been chomping at the bit, getting his computer ready, and us fixing the damn wiring for him.
Thank you.
Infiniti QX55. Go.
So this is the 2023 Infiniti QX55. Now this is available in 3 trim levels. You got the Luxe, Essential, and the Sensory, which we had the Essential. So this is a mid-trim level, all-wheel drive, which, by the way, I did figure out it's very much, it runs on front-wheel drive unless the computer senses it needs the rear tires to kick it in. So it's not really a 4-wheel drive, and to me, it's not really an all-wheel drive because they don't all run at the same time. But anyway, that's kind of one of their deals.
It's a some-wheel drive.
Some wheel drive, yes. So this is actually a compact luxury SUV. We were talking earlier about the QX50. This is actually it's on the same platform, but they've done some restyling on the outside of it. So it's like at the back where the rear roof goes back on a lot of these SUVs, it's kind of squared off to give you some headroom and cargo room. This one is one of them that drops down. You can see in the picture it almost
Slanted
drops
back like a
down
sedan.
into like
Can
a
you
fastback.
can you get in it without having to duck your head?
Well, you lose some rear seat headroom, definitely, and some cargo space in it.
I'm out.
But up front, you're going to find a lot of nice features that you're going to expect from an Infiniti. You're going to find LED lighting package all the way around, including adaptive headlights. Got rain censoring wipers, and that's running across some acoustic glass that's in the vehicle to kind of help quieten it down. Got reverse tilting side mirrors when you put it in reverse, roof rails, power lift gate, rolling on some nice 20-inch wheels. Now, you roll into the inside of it. It's got leather seating surfaces. The front seats are heated and ventilated. The rear seats slide and recline, so you can adjust them several different ways, and they will fold down flat. You're also going to have the touchscreen in the middle, is where you're going to find your Infiniti InTouch system, which is all your convenience controls and accessories, and access to the Bose 16-speaker Performance Series audio system. Works really nice. And I really liked it because to me, it was very user-friendly, the way it was laid out and the way you could reach things. It was all within reach. You didn't have to stretch or get out of your driver's position to get a lot of things. Now, up front, under the hood, there was a 2.0-liter turbo variable compression engine. That's one of the things that they've started putting out with. 268 horsepower, 280 pounds.
Wow, that's a lot for a little four-banger.
But it's backed by a CVT. Now, the CVTs have gotten pretty nice and pretty natural, but they're still not like you want to pop some gears or something out of it. So
People that buy that car are not going to do that anymore.
no, they really are not.
But
that's
that's
not what
very
they're buying it for.
Nissan Infinitis with the CVTs.
But but again, that's part of this 55 package because of the styling on it. It's a little more sporty to it. The EPA says you should be looking for 22 on the city, 28 out on the highway, 25 combined. I got 24 across the 380 miles that I drove it. I drove it a lot on the highway because it was a very nice driving vehicle out on the highway. Inside town, those size vehicles are pretty good. But because of that sportiness, the way they've kind of redone it to distinguish it between the 50 to fit that segment of the market, it is a little firm, but that goes along with that sporty look, and you just expect it, and it should be there. The base model price for a vehicle, a QX55, is $49,150. Now, that's the base trim, which is the Luxe model. And this is all packaged. You don't do a lot of options. In fact, the model that we tested only had a $495 paint option. Everything else on the car is standard because of that level.
The way that they package them.
The way they package them with the 3 levels. So that kind of kicked the as-tested MSRP price up to $56,580 because of the trim level we were at. Now, if you're looking for something to kind of compare it to, you could look at an Audi Q5, which is going to start at $43,500, which is less than the base model price of the 55. Or you could go look at the BMW X4 at $53,400 starting price, which is higher. So it's kind of all of them are kind of right there in that same price, and that is a very competitive segment because there's a lot of vehicles in there.
Yeah.
But this is one of them. It's got the Infiniti luxury to it, and I really thought it was user friendly, and it was a very nice driver.
And that rear window, that rear section of it, actually looks pretty cool.
It does. It looks good, and it does. It looks a little more sporty. It doesn't look like your mother-in-law's SUV, but it's still got that Infiniti quality and touch to it.
No. You had mentioned not having access from the driver's seat, changing your position in the beginning.
Some of them, I find that I've got to lean over a little bit to reach across to reach where the controls are.
Oh, okay.
You know, depending on my seating position, if I'm kind of kicked back and styling a little bit, and I got to reach forward or lean forward to reach them. But this one, I got where I was driving and what I thought was comfortable driving position for this car, I could reach everything, and I was.
So how did Jimmy Buffett sound on that?
Or AC/DC?
He sounded really good, and you could kick it across to AC/DC, either one, because the Bose. I just love the Bose systems in just about anything, but it was rounded up really nice, and with the acoustic glass, it really kind of keeps everything inside of it and keeps the road noise out.
Gotcha.
Now I'm going to take a little survey, if I may.
Survey says.
I have I'm going to give you guys a choice as to what vehicle I'm going to review next week.
I know.
Is it going to be the Lexus LS 500 that I'm driving out there right now?
The luxury barge.
Got it, and it rides. Oh, let me tell you. Remember the old Cadillac sedan DeVille, how it rode?
Absolutely.
Ah, it's wonderful.
Dream about it
well,
all the time.
Cadillacs don't drive that way anymore. No, they've changed.
No, you're right.
This is that.
Wow, floats down the road.
Oh my gosh, it's like, and quiet. You could hear a pin drop if it had wooden floors.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It is.
But that's what it's known for.
So it's either that one or
the Bronco.
The 2023 Ford Bronco Raptor. Which one would you like to have?
Raptor.
Okay, what is your vote?
I haven't seen the Raptor yet, so I'm going to hold my
I haven't
vote.
seen it either, but Raptor.
Raptor.
Yeah. Mars?
What were the choices again?
Yugo.
Mars, you need to go back to sleep.
No, I was looking at the calendar because I'm thinking
there's a wire down here.
because you're gonna do one next week and you're gonna do one the following week of those two vehicles. Well, the following week is going to be the Thanksgiving show from Autorama.
So do you want me to do 2 car reviews next week?
No.
Because I can do that.
I think you ought to do the Bronco from Autorama.
Oh, I would agree with that.
Okay.
Because of where we're at. I mean, I'm just
I would
looking at the
agree with
calendar.
that.
Where we're at.
Will we be?
You can't end
You're
a
at
sentence
Georgia
in a
Brand.
preposition. Where are we at?
Where we are doing the show from.
Thank you.
Where you is.
Where you is.
Where we be?
What you be.
Where we going?
Who you do.
What you talking about, Willis?
That's it. What you talking about, Willis?
Well, that's ending on a noun.
Willis.
Yeah, Willis.
Thank you.
Does
Descriptive.
that matter?
Okay, we're
Don.
going to continue our schooling, our education right after a quick
English
break.
class.
The In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show is available 24/7 through the iHeart Radio app. Just look for In-Wheel Time Car Talk. We also stream on Facebook, YouTube, and InWheelTime.com. Podcasts are at your fingertips from your favorite podcast source. The In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show continues right after this quick break. Starting to work on your Christmas calendar? Be sure to add the next Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise-In Saturday, December 17th. You'll want to attend Tailpipes and Tacos Christmas Edition at the Loopy Tortilla in Katy, 8 to 11 a.m. It's the only place cruisers compete for Loopy's Chili Pepper trophies and other prizes. There's no charge to enter your vehicle for Best Hot Rod, Best Classic, or Best Modern Classic. Tailpipes and Tacos is Houston's coolest and most unique cruise-in and is your opportunity to see the best hot rods, show cars, classics, and resto mods. And get Loopy Tortilla breakfast tacos with adult beverages. There's no entry fee and cars will automatically compete for those much sought-after custom Loopy trophies and other prizes. It happens at the Loopy Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy on the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard, just south of I-10. It's the Tailpipes and Tacos Christmas Edition, Saturday, December 17th. The In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show will be there too. Celebrate the Christmas season with friends and family at Tailpipes and Tacos. Saturday morning, December 17th, 8 to 11. We'll see you then, weather permitting.
Hey, Houston, America's greatest hot rod tradition is back. Thanksgiving weekend. The O'Reilly Auto Parts Autorama at the George Hart Brown Convention Center. 4 action-packed days of hot rods, customs, classics, trucks, performance cars, and live music. Do not miss the Ultimate Lowrider Showcase, sponsored by Shorty's Hydraulics and the Traditional Rod Garage. Saturday only, it's the Tuner Galleria with 250 imports, JDM, and luxury cars, plus music and models on the celebrity stage presented by Nick's Auto Repair and Classic Car Restoration. Meet Bad Chad and wife Jolene from Bad Chad Customs on Friday. Saturday, it's Dave Kindig from TV's Bitch and Rise. Sunday, it's Danny Coker and Kevin Mack from TV's Counting Cars. Shop the swap meet and women's world all weekend. The O'Reilly Auto Parts Autorama. November 25th to 28th at the George Hart Brown Convention Center. Discount tickets at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Part of the Summer Racing Equipment Show Car Series. See Autorama.com for more info.
The In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show is now part of the iHeart family. Now you'll have access to 24/7 Car Talk anytime you need a fix. Just download the iHeart Radio app and ask for In-Wheel Time Car Talk, and there we are. Be sure to save us in your iHeart library for instant access. No matter where you are, you have the best Car Talk Show right on your PC, laptop, or mobile device and never have to worry about finding us again. Of course, you can always get access to our video and audio streams via InWheelTime.com and your favorite podcast channel, and all of this is free to you. From the iHeart Radio app, you'll not only hear our Saturday morning live show, but the best shows of the past, updated weekly. Never miss a minute of up-to-date new car reviews, pre-owned reviews, Conrad's Car Clinic, informative interviews, automotive news, and the most fun car talk show on the planet. Just download the iHeart Radio app, search for In Real Time Car Talk, save it to your library, and with a tap of the icon, you'll be in touch with your favorite Car Talk team. In Real Time Car Talk, streaming now on iHeart.com/InRealTimeCarTalk.